We're here at the Mecca of Boxing, Madison Square Garden, where Juan Manuel Lopez will go up against Stephen Leveno. Then on the undercard, we have Yuriorkis Gamboa up against Mtagwa. Here at Madison Square Garden, Saturday, January 23rd, the Mecca of Boxing, and it will also be broadcast live on HBO.
You only could talk about a performance on October 10th that out of nowhere, guts, grit, determination comes out, and Mtagwa, which you would have thought was completely out of the fight, is running after Juan Manuel Lopez, coming after him, hurting him at every chance, showing that gut and grit. And that night, after the fight, I made it a point and I said to Bruce, you tell Russell we want to use him again. That's what the sport needs. We want to give him another chance. This isn't just about how many points you put up a game, it's what you give back. So at this point, I'd like to introduce the promoter of Mtagwa, Russell Peltz, and let him introduce his team. Thank you.
Rogers earned this shot he earned both shots himself, but he certainly earned this one on his performance against Lopez that night. And hopefully, if he can win this fight, he can get another shot at Lopez in the future, of course, if Juan Ma wins his fight. So anyway, at this time, I'd like to introduce my good friend Joe Perella, his manager, and Mtagwa. Thank you.
Roger doesn't like to talk for some reason or another. I don't know why. Only when we're in the bus or in the car going home. But we'd like to thank Top Rank, HBO, and the Gamboa camp for giving us the opportunity to fight. We promise that we'll be in good shape, and we hope to put on as good a performance as we did against Juan Manuel Lopez. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
In fighting for the WBA Featherweight Championship comes a sensation out of Cuba. Very highly heralded as an amateur, but largely disappeared for the reason that a non-traditionalist, somebody out of the blue, somewhere out of nowhere, an Ahmed owner signs him.
I hope that Mtagwa is prepared very well, because this time he's fighting a different guy from a different planet. I think Gamboa is really a special guy, and I hope he will show it. Thank you. I want to introduce Gamboa. Yuri, please. Come here.
Bueno, primeramente quiero darle las gracias a Dios.
First of all, I'd like to thank God,
Ya que me dio la oportunidad de estar nuevamente en una cartelera en Madison Square Garden.
for once again giving me the opportunity to be here at the Garden and defending my title once again.
Y quiero decirle que siempre como cada vez que me encuentre en un cuadrilátero voy a demostrar lo mejor de mí.
And I'm here to keep my promise that every time I find myself in the squared circle, that I'm going to be at my best.
Y que no tengan duda que siempre voy a tener la victoria.
And there'll never be any doubt that I'm always going to bring home the victory.
Muchas gracias.
Thank you very much.
So one of the, in the main event, one of the most difficult things to do, as we discussed or Bob had discussed on November 14th, is putting two of your own kids in together. Kids that you care about, kids that you've developed. And those are decisions that you make based on opportunity for them. I shared this comment, and I think it was with Tom Hauser, who I see in the back. It was the Sunday before November 14th. It was, I don't know if it was the 9th or whatever the day was. And I called Bob, and I felt all the interest going. And I said, Bob, we're going to do sensational on this one. He says to me, I got a pit in my stomach. I don't want to see this one. I just like both kids too much. And that's how I feel about both of these guys up here. Stephen, we signed out of the Olympics. His manager, Cameron Duncan, and I developed a nice strategy. He worked with my matchmakers, and I even traveled all the way to England to see him win the title from Nicky Cook. Juan Ma, another Olympic prodigy, worked with PR's Boxing, with Orlando Pineda in developing another star off of the island. Someone's going to lose. But the best thing that we can all say is we're doing the best for them. And doing the best for Juan Manuel Lopez in this situation, he's going up in weight. He's challenging for the featherweight title, in which will probably be his most difficult challenge to date. So at this point, we'd like to introduce the star from Puerto Rico, the devastating puncher, going to challenge for his second title, Juan Manuel Lopez.
Muy buenas tardes a todos y muchas gracias, primero que nada, a la compañía por confiar en mí y darme una oportunidad más de estar de estelar.
Good afternoon to everyone. I want to thank Top Rank again for having that confidence in me to hit a main event.
A HBO por darme una oportunidad más. Es la segunda vez que estoy en esta gran telecadena.
Of course, thank HBO. It'll be my second time that I'm going to be in that great network.
Y sobre todo, pues, darle gracias a Luevano por dejar que pelee por su título, darme la oportunidad.
And of course, thanks Steven Leveno for giving me the opportunity to fight for his title.
Y para que he oído muchas personas decir que yo estoy subestimando a Luevano, que Luevano es un escalón para ir contra Gamboa o contra otros peleadores, y eso no es así. Luevano es un gran campeón.
I know a lot of people think that I've been underestimating Steven, and that's just not the case. I know how good he is. He's not just a stepping stone for bigger things for me. He's a real obstacle in my way.
Es un gran campeón, un gran peleador, al cual hay que trabajar mucho. No estoy confiando, al contrario, estoy preparándome muy conscientemente para esta gran pelea.
He's a great champion. He's a great boxer. He's shown it over and over again. So I have to be prepared, and I'm going to be at my best to beat him.
Y voy a prepararme con todo para tratar de crear esa victoria para Puerto Rico y mi segundo título.
I'm going to train very hard and be the best possible condition to win that second title for myself in Puerto Rico.
Muchas gracias.
Steven, as I said, has been with us for such a long time. We've developed him. He's progressed every minute, every day. I remember the first time I saw him walk in the ring, I thought it's a fighter? I mean, he was just skinny, white, and I'm like, whoa, my God. Then all of a sudden he like knocks the guy out in the first round. I'm like, what's going on here? I mean, sometimes you see these guys all built in the gym and everything, and they can't break an egg, and all of a sudden, I was shocked. But his career has been terrific, absolutely terrific, and he was developed a lot on pay-per-view undercards and everything like that, and had a fantastic fight with Hector Santiago, I think was his name, Santiago from Puerto Rico, in an amazing fight about a year ago. But Steven's always wanted to step it up. His team has always wanted to step it up. And I think this is time for New York to see what my quiet man can do. He's a terrific fighter in with a terrific challenge. So I'd like to introduce the current featherweight champion of the world, Steven Leveno.
Thank you, everybody, for being here. Thank you, Top Rank, for the opportunity. Thank you, Juanma, for the opportunity. I'm just going to fight, I got Cameron as my manager. I've been with him since the beginning also. And Cameron has to pull some strings to get some stuff done, but I'll be ready. I'll be always 2 steps ahead. So I'll be ready no matter what he has to bring to the table. Thank you.
I'm Kristal Hart reporting from Madison Square Garden.